Greetings, folks. Crimson Fury here. Happy upload day, everybody. I've had a productive weekend working behind the scenes. Tell me in the comments how your weekend went. So yeah, I started working my way back towards Hornica from Jazerica, and I got here and I seen this cart and I thought, I can't just start here, because one, it was dark. So I made me a campfire. I slept through the night, and we're gonna see what we got here. Oh goodness. Okay, we got some 10 ore, a stone pickaxe, a couple of iron ore, I believe that is all. Alright, I think that's all of it. Alright, so that is all along this road here. And if I zoom out, you'll see we're almost just a little shy of being halfway between Jazerica and Hornica, closer to the Jazerica side. And we'll be coming up on that lake here shortly on the opposite side. As we went by it this way the first time, we're coming up on it this time, this direction, because I'm staying along the main road. Now, for those of you who don't know, there are 5 cave systems on the map currently. I'm trying to remember where they're located. I know there's one right here, I believe. I know it's not far from Dynasty, and Dynasty is right in this location here, where this expansive river just comes to an end. So I think that's the cave. I wish they were marked a little bit better on the map. There's also one somewhere over in here. I don't think I've ever been to the one over in here. I might be wrong. But there's 5 on the map. I usually go to the one that's right here, because it's the closest to my village. So yeah. So that's the location for the cart that I just showed you. And we are going to just continue along this way here. I am kind of looking around to see if there's anything of interest. Camps, chests, stuff just laying around, and I don't. I hear a fox. I see a deer. And there's some, we've not hunted any of these yet in the game. Not. Yep, there we go. I mean, I did take a little bump from it. But, we're good. Uh-oh. Hurry up and reload. Oh, goodness. That's not good. Health's extremely low now. Alright, let's get our health up, shall we? Got some of these. Woo! Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, I forgot to. Yep, we did. Sometimes I either miss or it bounced. I'm not real sure. I'm gonna assume I missed it. I don't know. I might have hit it. I might have not. I'm not sure. Let's get this Wysant. And you'll see how much stuff you get from killing a Wysant. Alright, we got 7 leather and 25 meat. Did that say 25 meat? My goodness. My goodness. That's a lot of meat. And we have us... He's got a bolt in the butt. His head's buried, of course. Yeah, 25 meat from those. My gosh. That's a lot of meat. That is a lot of meat. We've got 50 meat after selling all the uncooked meat we had on us. Wooden bolts. We're going to come over here. Unequip. Re-equip. We're down to 489. We did sell some. We lost a few. We sold some. I'm not worried about it. So I don't. Where'd the road go? Down here. All right. So let's keep. Oh. Alrighty. I'm glad I decided to come back down to the road because right here we got some more ores. We got copper ore, tin ore, more tin ore, more copper ore. Got some tin. And 10. Anything else in here? No. And nothing else in that one. Let's just kind of look around here. Make sure we're not missing any. Good freaking gosh. I am glad I came back down here. Yay. So glad. That made it completely worth it. Completely worth it. And we're going to run around this side of the lake this time. I'm not going to worry about stones and stuff because we've got about 1,000 of them. I'm just looking to see, okay, nothing laying there. Just wanted to make sure there was nothing laying about near the edge of the water. Come run up this way. Hi, you deers. Bye, you deers. Anything up here laying around? I mean, you want to tempt fate? You want to tempt fate? I'll put a bolt in a stag head. I'm good. We'll do that. 18 meat from that stag. Goodness gracious, gracious, gracious. Like I said, y'all want to tempt fate. I mean, it buried its face in the ground, so may not get that bolt back. We got it back, along with 15 meat and 3 leather. I'm not gonna complain at all about any of that. Oh, it put that side of its head down. It's okay. 15 meat, 3 leather, and we got our wooden bolt back. Alright, so what's this sign say? Oh, Ornica's that way. Alright, we just came from that direction over there. Estovia's that away. And, yeah, Jazerica's that way. That's the way we came from. Let's come over here by this water and get us a drink. And have us a look around over here, see if there's anything laying like we have found in the past. God, this game is so beautiful. They literally outdone themselves making this game, because it's just, this is one sexy game. It is just gorgeous. I said I wasn't gonna pick those up. Here I am picking them up. Huh? Oh well. You can never have too many stones, right? Alright, so I don't see anything laying around here. Shoot a rabbit with one of these things and half the time it goes flying. Because it's just so much force behind it. It's kind of comical. Are you a rabbit? See? Watch. It didn't drive that one back too far. That one did pretty good. Two meat, two fur. Alright, so we're gonna dip back over this way and get ourselves back to where we need to go. And like the sign says, Hornica is this way. Well, let's go. Oh, there's a fox, y'all. You haven't seen me hunt a fox because I told you I wasn't doing it without the crossbow or something. Yeah. Those and the badgers, they will tear you up. Oh, we got some. Oh, did we already find these? These are the ones we already came across, apparently, in the last episode. Where'd that fox go? Wow. Wow! He got up out of here. No! Now, I don't know if they've only put the scarecrows in the towns. So far, that's been the only place I have come across any, is inside of towns. Oh, look at this. We're already back to Jazerica, or to Hornica. Good. Alright, so Jan... Jan... You're not at your shop, Jan. Jan's in his house. Alright, Jan. Did you deliver that axe already? Sure he did. Sure did. Here's the money he owed you. Thank you. Keep some of it. Consider it as a reward for your trouble. We can do that. We can totally do that. I got no issue with that at all. Do these respawn? Nope. Alright. So, we have done all the quests that there are on the map. So now, we're going to head home. We're going to go a little scenic route here, because we're going to Tree, folks. Let's go to Tree. I'm going to keep you with me. because you've never been there. And we're just gonna stay on the road. Come down here. Come this way. And then this way. But we're gonna stay on the roads because we're also gonna be looking to see if we come across any more carts and stuff like that. I also do want to make sure that there's nothing just, you know, laying here and there. Let's get ourselves a little bit of food down our person's throat here because yeah, he's a little hungry. We don't want him to get hangry. We don't want him getting hangry. What time is it in game? It is 1317 hours. We've already got the stuff there. Look at all that food on the hoof. Leave. Yep. Come down across this bridge. And then head this way. See what I mean? That one did a backflip. Oh, did you hide our... You hit our bolt. That's alright. He's allowed to hide the bolt. We're not going to mind about it. We broke a stone knife. We got 2 more fur and 2 more feet. I hear another. Which there was a second. Oh, I see you down there. I seen you. I seen you. But I hear one that's even closer. Mm-hmm. Check over here. Nothing along here. I mean, the more we hunt, the more we build our hunting points up, so... Doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to do some hunting. Not at all. But yeah, I'm not gonna. We're not doing the rabbits now. Let's go. Run, 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 rabbit. Hey, anything of interest over here? No. Ducked. Alright, so if we go through here, we're going to head towards that cave, and there should be a couple of bears right in here. But that's not what we're doing right now. We'll see them soon enough. That's what we came for, folks. Right there. We came for Lightus Tree. This is Lightus Tree, everybody. And Hecticness, did a really, really fabulous video explaining the origin story of Lightus Tree. It is in, there's a link for it in the comment, in the description down below. It's a very might bring some tears to your eyes. It's a kind of a tearjerker. But short end of it, gentleman met the love of his life. They were both, older when they met, and they married, and fortunately she took sick and didn't make it. So he lost the love of his life, and playing this game helped him tremendously. So the devs took it upon themselves, because they heard of his story, and they wanted to honor Lyda, and they did. She loved nature, which is why I'm kind of cleaning up around her tree here. But yeah, this is Lyda's tree. They put this in here. It's Lyda's memorial tree, the only tree in the entire game that looks like this, and it cannot be chopped down. Got an axe in your hand, there is no option to remove Lyda's tree. So, in the past, in some of my game saves, I have come and built a house, small little house over by Lyda's tree, across, like over there. Built myself a small little house, and kind of decorated a little bit, and we're gonna be doing that again. But normally we will do so when it's fall time in the game, because it was fall time when Lyda passed. So we will do that kind of thing fall time in the game for the most part. But since it is fall in real life and I hadn't been here in this save, I wanted to bring you guys to see Lyda's absolutely gorgeous, beautiful tree. It is getting dark in the game, so I am going to put us a little campfire. Oh, we can't sleep yet. What time is it? Because it looks like it's getting dark. It's 5 something. I mean, I can't build, so we can't build this. I built me a little in one of my game saves. I put the house right in here so that you could look out and see Lyda's tree. But it's just a gorgeous little memorial to a wonderful woman. And it's something you don't hear about all the time about game developers. Doing something like that quite often for somebody that didn't play their game, that they didn't meet. And so yeah, I'm glad they did it. Glad they did it, because it is a beautiful area. It's a beautiful tree. It's just a beautiful memorial. Why can I not get a drink from here? Oh my goodness. Alright, folks. Now you got a better view here of Lightest Tree. This is what it looks like in the springtime. We will come back each season so we can see how beautiful it looks in the different seasons. Like I said, it is not a tree that can be chopped down, and wouldn't want to. And we will come back and do some more got us a little pathway coming up here. And you can bring you a lunch or whatever and, you know, come sit under the shade of Lightest Tree. And eventually I will build a house in this area, because there's the mine over there. And maybe a little bit more, but I don't want to do too much because I don't want to detract from Lightest Tree and the special aspect of it. But I just wanted to share it with you guys so you could see it, because it's absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And folks, that's Lightest Tree. There's a cave right here, just around the corner. A couple of bears be there. We're not going there though. We're just going to get back home, because we've got some crops to plant. We got crops to plant. We're on day 20. It's a 30-day season. I want to get my crops done. So we are going to just take we're just gonna go kind of cross country and get ourselves home, I think, because I mean, we could come down here and come up and around and all that, but I'm not doing that. We're gonna take a direct route and get there as quickly as we can, folks. So I will see you back here in just a minute, and you know, when we reach our village, or I'll bring you back if something interesting happens. Well, I started running cross country. We didn't get very far. Lightest Tree is here. We got here, and looky what I found. There's the remains of, I'm assuming, a bandit camp or something. We got us a bronze axe. Got firewood, beer bottle, a couple of stones that we're picking up. I believe that's it. I don't think there's anything here. I don't believe. I think we got it all. Yeah. So yeah, that was kind of interesting to come across. I will see y'all when we get back to the village. I got back down to this river and I was running close to this edge. Now we've already been here a few times. We have been to this side. Wait. Oh, nope. I'm thinking this river. Okay, this is the river, big pond, whatever. I'm sorry, big pond closest to our home. And I just came across... out a little bit so you can see where we're at. Came across a barrel with 50 coin. Got us a plank. Barrel has 7 flour and 5 flour in this one. Very nice. Very nice indeedy-do. And I'll see you when we get back to our place. Alright folks, we are back to our village. Gonna check our rabbit trap. Reset it. And we are home. Check on our workers, see how many tools they got. Just down a couple. Look at this, 136 meat while we've been gone is how much they've got in just a couple of days. Just a couple of days. Let's give them... then back up to 20. And we'll get them back to 20. Here, empty one of their buckets out. They've collected a nice bit in the couple of days that we were gone. Let's go make some firewood to toss in there. It's a little too low for my liking. Then we'll check on the villager food stuff. Hi there, dude. I just need to borrow this right quick, and then you can have it back. I don't know why you would be planning to make firewood, but I don't know. Oop. No, the internet. Internet acting up on me again. My goodness. Huh. So, 160 firewood we just did up, so that brings us to 250. And since we're not going to be able to do our barn and stuff, I can't do too many of the field layouts that I wanted to do because of that. So And I'm hoping I didn't screw up doing this, because I did 2 of the rows in this field and then fertilized and planted two. The whole field wasn't done with the laying out of it by doing the grubbing. So I hope it doesn't screw up that. It's never done it before. It's never let me do it before, so. And I didn't even think about it when I first did it. But several times since then I thought, I hope it doesn't mess us up when we go and finish the field. If it does, well, it's a lesson learned. Expensive lesson learned. And we'll have to deal with it. Okay, it didn't mess us up. Good, good, good. I think we will try to plant the 12 by 12 that I've got set aside as the wheat field. I think we will put our first flax into there, because some of these, God, it's a farming point. Some of these fields I can't put where I want them until I get the barn in place and stuff, so I can see, you know, so I can get the placement right. Okay, so we've got all 3 in farming knowledge. Skilled farmer gives us a 25% chance per level to harvest additional crops in fields. So that's where I'm putting that. If we can get extra stuff per little square here, I'm all for it. I would rather have too much food than not enough food. It's always better to have more food than you need than not enough. Because you don't want your villagers going without food. Speaking of which, I didn't go and check their food supplies. You don't want your villagers going without food. You don't want your animals to go without food. It's not a good thing. I'm ready to move on to summer in this game. I have never spent so long in one season before. Yeah, I'm ready to build some more buildings and get some more people in, and we need to find a wife for Rasimir and get working on an heir. We got a lot to do, a lot to check out, a lot to experience in this gorgeous game. And from what I've been hearing, the main storyline is kind of short. So we're not going to worry about doing the main storyline too often. We're going to drag it out. I think that was the last field that we had laid out. Yes, it is. Alright, so we do already have 2 rows of cabbage put down. And like I said, I'm going to use this time only. I know it's labeled as a wheat field. This time only, we are going to use this and do our flax in it. And then next spring we will put wheat in it. But flax is something I definitely want to get started, and I don't have the ability to plant a 16 by 16 field of flax just yet, because I'm not exactly sure where the field would need to go precisely. But yeah, we're doing this because the fields that we just finished, they're literally side by side are all 4 rows of 16. So it's the equivalent of a 16 by 16 field. So then the barn's going to go after it. So if I show you here on the map, I'm able to get in here. Nope. Show you from that way. Let's see if I'm able to show you. Not showing the fields. Well, okay. Well, these are the equivalent of a 16 by 16 field. The barn is going to go in through here long ways, where the openings are on either side. And I want to do a well, just mostly for looks. Maybe a resource storage building as well behind it. And then on the other side of those is where the 16 by 16 flax field will be going. So until I can get the barn down, I don't know the placement for the next field, if that makes sense. If I have explained that properly. Yeah. Ready to stay until we can build some more? That's fine, because we'll just plant our flax in this field this time around. We have bought every bit of fertilizer that we can get. If I could get my hands on fertilizer and manure, I bought it. But the problem is, without a barn, you can't turn rot or manure into fertilizer. So all the fertilizer we have to use very carefully. Lost another one of our bags. Alright, folks. I think you've seen enough of this process. I'll bring you back when we're doing the seeding, so you can see some of it again. And yeah, we're gonna get these done. Just unlocked the pigsty. And we're still doing this field here. We're on the last couple of rows. So, yeah. Our person's getting hungry. They're filthy dirty. And it's starting to get dark. So, I think we're just gonna keep working, and I'll bring you back in the morning in game, and we'll take care of some business. Alrighty, folks, it is morning time, and I left a little bit here to do. We're just going to work the fertilizer through the dirt. I'm gonna go back up to here. Add our flaxseed. That is all the flax that we can plant. We have the 12 by 12 that I set aside for wheat planted. And then I've also planted 14 here. And then over here we have our entire cabbage field ready to go. And I left a little bit here to do. Alright, and if you notice, this is onions. So yeah, folks, we have planted, once I get all the onion seeds spread down, that means we have planted a 12 by 12 field, a 12 by 12 field of flax, plus an additional 14 plots of flax. We did a 4 rows of 16 of cabbage, and we will have 4 rows of 16 for field of onions. We are not planting our first spring. We're not planting carrots. We're not planting beetroots. We're not planting wheat or rye. I think you can also plant in the spring. We're not planting oats. We're not planting wheat. We're not doing poppy seed. We're planting our 4x16 field of onion. We're not doing beetroot. We've already done our 4x16 of cabbage. We're not going to be able to do our 4x16 of carrot. And rye you can't plant in the spring. It's got to wait until autumn, so... yes, we are almost done planting our crops. There's just a few things that I would like to do before we move to the next season, and that is go to the mine over by Branica and Baranica. I know it's weird. I did not say the same word twice. Just... it's a weirdness in the game, and my internet is screwing up on me again, folks. I do apologize. It's really... Spectrum, you're getting on my ever-loving last nerve, man. It is not a trampoline. Get the fuck off of it. That's all I'm gonna say. Get off of it. Jumping up and down on my last nerve. Plant that. There we go. Alright. So... we planted everything that we can plant because, again, we are completely out of fertilizer. The only way we could do anything else right now is if I were to tear this down and put our barn up. So, if that's something you want, let me know, and I'll tear the herbalist hut down for the time being, put our barn up, and we can see about getting some more things planted. But quite honestly, we're going to be able to make pottage, we're going to be able to make meat and gravy, we're going to have flax. I'm really happy with that for our first season. Really, really happy with that. We are filthy dirty. We've washed. I washed before I brought y'all back, and they're filthy again. It's the doing of the fields, man. It filthies you right on up. Yeah, punch it, cause that's gonna help you. Boy. Alright, so we forgot to check to see how much food our people had. So let's come over here and take a peek-see-poo inside their houses and see what they got. They have 9 pottage, and they're doing okay on water. 9 pottage, doing okay on water. Bucket. Empty bucket. Fill up the bucket. And we're gonna grab us a drink while we're here. And I'm pretty sure that bucket goes in here because they had 2 buckets. Now they got 3 buckets. They got 9 pottage, and they should have 3 buckets in here. Yes, 2 and... empty the wabbit twap. Reset that. Alrighty, let's come in here. My person is like freaking going crazy here. And we can make 44 pottage. Now, total of 40 meat and gravies. We're gonna roast up all the raw meat we have on us. We did get some things as well, so give me a second here. Upload those. Okay. We did get the pigsty and the goose house are unlocked now from doing the farming. Yes. And we did get, we have a total of 3 farming points. So we're going to go to Skilled Farmer. And now we have all 3 levels in that. That gives us a 100% chance to harvest additional crops in the fields. Very nice. I think oh crap, those are all okay. We're going to take the whistleblower because that allows us to summon our mount when we get one. And it gives us a point in level 2. And then when we get level 3, we're going to put 3 points into the skilled orchardman so that we're able to collect more crops per orchard plot as well. So folks, yes, we got our fields done. We got quests done. Well, we got the fields that I really, really wanted to get done the most. The stuff that I wanted to get planted the most has been planted. So I'm very happy about that. And yeah, I think we might... I don't know if we're going to take that down or not. I mean, I don't see a reason to right now. unless it's to put up the food storage. But I'm not too worried about that either. The food storage is going to go here roughly beside the cooking, and then beside it we'll have I'm hoping to have enough room to do like a pathway connecting this pathway to the one over there and the well, and then another path on this side of the well going up to there as well. Or at least it'll split and come out either side of the well. It may just kind of wrap around the well and then a pathway go over to there. Whichever. But folks, that is it for this episode. In the next episode, we are going to travel over here by it's like closer to Branica than it is to Baranica, but we're going to the cave that is right here. The reason we're going there is we're going in there, we're going to get all the salt that we can, all the copper ore, all the tin ore that we can, and we're going to bring that back and smelt that all down and make as much copper and tin ingots as we can, and then we're going to make as much bronze ingots as we can and get ourselves rolling that way, so that we are starting to be able to make and provide better tools for the villagers in our community, and start working more towards unlocking the mine, because then as soon as the mine's unlocked, then we can get iron. I also want to kind of look around and see if there's anybody. I've not really noticed anybody in any of the villages yet. So I want to look again at like Branica and Baranica and maybe Barrowo, whatever. I want to kind of look around there again and see if there's anybody that maybe Rasmir might consider taking as his wife, so that we can get the ball rolling on that. So yeah, we'll see you in the next episode, which will be our last episode, remember, of spring. I'm Crimson Fury. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day or night, whatever it is, wherever you are. Love, light, and blessings, everyone.